Well, at the end of last year, when our Commissioner General was in Washington meeting senior officials, we were given high marks, high praise for our high impact services, our reform, the fact that our operations are so transparent. And fast forward just a matter of weeks, now months, and we were told that we were irredeemably flawed. We believe, and our Commissioner General has been extremely open about this, that what we're seeing is the politicization, the political instrumentalization, if you'll forgive that expression, of humanitarian aid, which of course is very sad because, as we saw in your excellent report, this is going to have a terrible price on the ground. What we're seeing is 5.4 million people having the organization that has given them assistance for 70 years. We're seeing an attempt to dismantle that. Of course, we are determined to stand by our mandate, because what we're seeing is not a change of our mandate, which is endorsed by the General Assembly overwhelmingly. What we're seeing is an attack on our budget. And let's be very clear, no single member state can actually change our mandate. That has to be done by all the members, nearly 200 members of the world community at the General Assembly.
Chris, what are international actors telling your organization about what you've just said, the politicization of this issue by the United States? Because there is an interpretation, is there not, that one of the main sticking points in the peace process being the right of return to Palestinians, that the United States, in a way, wants to try to delegitimize the status of Palestinian refugees for whom your organization cares?
Well, that's an excellent question, because I think it gets to the heart of what is going on. And what I think we're seeing is an attempt to airbrush out of history 5.4 million people, to wish away their identity, their history, as I say, but most importantly, perhaps, their rights. And you cannot simply airbrush out of history the rights of a UN-protected population. Let's be very clear, we are not UNHCR, the other refugee agency in the United Nations. We were created specifically to deal with a specific historical situation, the 1948 Middle East War, but also to deal specifically with this population. And they have rights. And our position on the right of return is very clear. It is embodied in UN resolutions, and as such, it must be respected. How it is respected and implemented is up to the parties to the conflict. But we believe, of course, that the refugees themselves, the Palestine refugees, must be consulted like refugees anywhere on this planet. And of course, the resolution of the refugee crisis must be based on international law and in accordance with UN resolutions. And once that has been achieved, UNRWA, according to all accepted paradigms for resolving the refugee issue, UNRWA will then hand over its services as appropriate. But we have to see a just and durable solution. And
okay, Chris, we're going to run out of time. I just want to ask you quickly, and be brief if you could. There was news that UNRWA staff are going to be on strike this Monday. Can you confirm that that strike is happening? If it is happening, what would that hope to achieve?
My understanding is, yes, there is industrial action. It's very sad, but if you are a worker in UNRWA, if you are a Palestinian in Gaza, how else do you protest against what the world is doing to UNRWA? So, yes, I fear that we are seeing moves within our own staff, but particularly amongst the refugee communities, to do something against what we're seeing, this political attack on UNRWA. And what we're saying is, please, we need to make sure that this organization is properly funded so that we can implement the mandate handed down to us by the General Assembly.